Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
So what's your take? What's your take? My man John got some connection issues. What's your take on that whole thing?
No, like I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you got to figure Joe is the big voice. He's kind of shutting them down in a way. You telling them they got to take care of their chicken, but like they go to he's their boss. He's their boss. He ordered a boss for a raise. Your boss don't got to say yes. You still got to come through and perform. But at the end of the day, I wasn't the biggest fan of the show, but the few times that I checked in, Joe's cool, but like you said, he's wild emotional. He was definitely taking pot shots at them every time they was on another podcast. He'd make jokes like, "Oh, these dudes are trying to spread their wings and fly," like jokingly, but like it didn't seem like he really wanted them to succeed without him. At the end of the day, they the reason that the show is popping. You being the star and knowing your numbers and consistently getting at everybody else for not knowing their numbers, you supposed to sit them down and be like, all right, this is the percentage that we're gonna get. This is how we're gonna go moving forward. Before they changed the name to the Joe Budden Show, it was something else, right? Everyday Struggle. They were supposed to they came on to help him. So they were supposed to show something else.
Everyday Struggle was something different. That was him in academics.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, but what I'm saying is when they started getting popping, when they went over to Spotify, he had a chance to change the name of the show to make it something more inclusive to the group. He specifically named it The Joe Budden's Podcast. So that's why I'm already looking at it not funny, but I'm already looking at them like they're expandable. So
according to Joe, he said that when they got the Spotify deal, he went to the big execs when they wanted to do the whole advertising thing, the big billboards. He said, "Yo, I want to be on the billboards with my two guys. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to me in the middle, Rory and Maul on the side, and we there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we coming." The execs, according to Joe, they said, "We don't want that. We want you."
But if the paperwork is right, you can be like, "Listen, these guys have a certain percentage of the show."
Granted, like, listen, he could have definitely stood on his square and said, "Nah, we gotta get all three of us on the plate or no deal." Cool. But then you walking away from that money and then nobody eats. It's not just them. It's Parks. It's everybody else. Like, there's payroll that they got to deal with now, right? There's people that they got to feed. So a deal like that is needed for them to get to where they need to be.
It's needed. It's needed. The thing is, I can't disagree with you, but you have to understand the energy that this dude be giving off. He's talking about people not understanding their paperwork. He's talking about people not being in the best deals for their situation. So how on one end you barking up on everybody else, like a guy like Charlemagne, who has a great deal with iHeart, and it's going to be a different thing. Yes, Charlemagne's not an owner like you, but he's going through his own struggles too. But you make that one of the points of contention between you and somebody else, but you're not even making sure the people in your own home are taken care of. Like, at the end of the day, he does. I mean, I can't just take I want to hear their part too. But he has a big enough name that he could have made sure they were taken care of from the jump, bro.
All right, here's my question, Jeff. Here's my question. Does he owe them that?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because they helped bring the show to where it is right now. Him being Joe Budden.
That's where I disagree, my man. That's what I'm saying. Because,
you think he could do it with anybody?
Bro, bro, the numbers that he's done with Ice and the other dude on the show, the show ain't fall off in regards to numbers.
Because he's established. He has his voice now. How did he get established?
Well, that's fine. That's fine. We understand that. But my thing is that even if Joe was throwing little pop shots at Rory and Maul for wanting to branch out and do their own thing, they still got to do their own thing, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if the dude that you got a big thing going is throwing pop shots at you. I'm gonna take care of my base, because at the end of the day,
how does that help home base? Because at the end of the day, are you thinking they're making more money off the Joe Budden show or off the other shows? If I'm branching out and I see that the goose with the golden egg is kind of throwing shots at me branching out, am I going to continue to branch out, or am I going to take care of home first?
No, but listen what that does now. Listen to what that does. Here's what I'm gonna put you on the game. You go ahead and branch out and do your own thing. home base is taking pop shots at you, but you're still making big, big money over here, right? You're now growing your own individual brand on the right side. Come contract negotiation time, you have more say now because you don't have to deal with this anymore. You can be able to say, look, bro, my numbers are starting to get up there. Fan base is starting to grow. We're starting to do real big things. We need to renegotiate our terms of agreement because I'm now bringing something different to the table. I'm bringing a wave that I didn't have before. I'm more independent than being dependent on the Joe Budden's podcast. Because at the end of the day, bro, let's keep it 100. No, as much as people love Rory and Maul for being on the show, you gonna watch Rory on a podcast by himself?
Probably not. Not right now, anyway. Not right now.
You gonna watch Maul with a podcast by himself?
Yeah, not right now.
That's what I'm saying. So they did not do enough to generate that renegotiating tactic in their favor. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm interested in where the show goes because, like Bish says, I think a lot of the fans were listening to either see what happened or see if they were coming back. So
well, we're gonna see.
Definitely fire. I mean, but it's still Joe. He still has that fire. He still has the intensity. He can still bring it. And honestly, the first time I ever heard him on Hot 97, way back in the day, I told you, Mike, I was like, this guy needs to quit rap. He just needs to.
Oh yeah.
He killed it from that one time. So he definitely has the charisma to carry. But he had a benchmark show, and I'm definitely want to see where that goes now that his two co-hosts aren't there.
I ain't gonna lie to you, son. We're gonna take the next month to 6 weeks to see how the show's numbers look. If the show's numbers are dropping or whatever it is, but if they continue to stay at the same plane that they're staying at into another quarter, and they're doing well, and he can be able to get different co-hosts that people like. I tell you, bro, if he goes to get somebody who's trending and popping as a co-host on
he'll be good.
He don't need to have somebody that's like a stable co-host. He can just have interchangeable parts.
We know Joe's gonna be good. The question was, how do we feel about what happened with Rory and Maul? Because we know Joe's gonna be good.
Bro, here's my thing. I'm good with it. I more side with Joe than I side with the other two. Because at the end of the day, like, yo, listen to how crazy it is, right?
Yeah.
Maul and Joe are boys. Rory met Joe in 2015 or 14 or something like that. So their relationship is pretty new. Maul and Joe go way back.
Yeah.
But yet Maul is over here siding with Rory to the point where they have the same lawyer.
That's surface stuff though, man. Because as cool as he's the star, he's gonna act a certain way.
But bro, they have the same lawyer. I don't all that other stuff I said. Cool. They have the same lawyer.
Yeah. That's that. I mean, well, they're out now. So let's see if there's a lawsuit later. Let's see if they're gonna fight for some of the rights to the shows because they did sign a pretty good contract when the shit with Spotify happened. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be the last that we hear of them. But at the end of the day, once he put out the Joe Budden show, I kind of always knew their days were gonna be numbered, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But that's my thing too. It's like, bro, like, you know, Bish can always say, yeah, they built the show together, cool. But yo, if I put all my money into the LLC, into getting these deals, into brokering these big 7-figure deals, 8-figure deals, I've done all of this. And you just show up every week, 2 times a week to do a podcast and leave. But I'm the one that's doing the deals in the back. Do you feel that you're going to have the same amount of say or even a piece of what I've built? Nah. What you got is way more than somebody else would pay you for what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So as your man, I've been giving you exactly what I feel that you deserve. As my man, I'm giving you a raise, you give me this money. You're making bread. It's not like you broke, but you trying to be on my level. Nah. No.
Nah, see, I don't know, man. If you're gonna give me the light all the way. I'm not gonna take the light from you, but don't stop me from trying to shine, boy.
Jeff, if you built an empire, so I come on
I'm trying to help you build your empire right now. I know what my place is.
No.
I know where I'm at.
Well, listen to what you just said. You said you're gonna help me build my own empire.
Yeah.
You're not cutting me on your shit.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
This is not my thing. This is your thing.
Like Joe built the podcast before he showed up. Right. The IP was already in place.
Yeah, but like, I definitely want to hear what they have to say about it, because I only jumped on it like that first week. I didn't know there was another episode where he broke everything down, so I definitely got to go back and hear that.
It just dropped. It's on Patreon, so like you gotta find that, bro. It's a crazy episode. He fired Rory on air. So.
I gotta hear that. I gotta hear that. And it did it in the Joe Budden fashion too.
Yep. Typical Joe, son. Typical Joe, son.
That's gonna set the internet on fire.
Crazy, bro.